IDubbbz released his anticipated content cop and it ended up being on H3H3. I'm sure you all knew that by now. He had a decent intro, but the rest of the video was mainly him talking to the camera and showing clips and pictures to support his points. He included Hasan, Frogan, Denims, and some other guy for some added spice, but it was honestly a bit cringe. Also, it's odd that he chose to align with them, but he didn't really talk about Israel-Palestine all that much. It was more about Ethan and his behavior over his views. Anyways, here's the points IDubbbz made in this very well-received content cop. I'm gonna read this in point form. IDubbbz says Ethan is burning bridges for no good reason and is constantly enabled by an account from the Destiny community that is dedicated to him crashing out. Ethan took issue with IDubbbz because one of IDubbbz's editors made many offensive tweets about Ethan and Hila. However, Ian points out that he isn't responsible for what his editor says and that Ethan has given other people the benefit of the doubt when in similar situations. Ethan acts like everyone is terrible in harassing his workers, but he doesn't acknowledge that he has a part in this harassment because of his antagonistic words. Ethan treats relationships like they're transactional, taking the stance of, I defended you and now you won't defend me. Ethan has a kill switch button that mutes the audio, and IDubbbz says this encourages Ethan to not think before he speaks because he can just rely on the button to save him, which IDubbbz shows multiple examples of. Ethan copes with his bad behavior by calling it goblin mode. IDubbbz makes the more general statement that Ethan doesn't think about what he's saying or doing a lot of the time. Ethan is sometimes mean and aggressive to his employees, and it must be like walking on eggshells to work for him. IDubbbz also shows multiple examples of this. H3H3 is the typical rich bum hole that intimidates people through legal action. He didn't research Hasan enough before doing a whole podcast with him, although there were many videos of Hasan's political views online for Ethan to see. Yet, Hasan is now his #1 enemy and Ethan thinks he's terrible. IDubbbz criticized Ethan for his take on the Who Can Say Habibi tier list that was done at TwitchCon. Ethan believed it to be very racist and IDubbbz says it isn't at all. To be clear, IDubbbz had a very generous interpretation of this tier list. And overall, a lot of the video was on H3H3 being hypocritical about certain things. There was also a weird little tangent by IDubbbz on the hummus brand Sabra. Obviously, if you want specifics where IDubbbz actually shows examples of H3H3 being hypocritical or mean or anything else, you should probably watch the video. People seem pretty split on this video, with many people believing Content Cop to be dead. I think it's definitely a blow to Ethan's character, but really all the people in the political space could be criticized for many of these same things.